and welcome to Hallyujuku, starring Brandon Cooper and myself, PD Rave. This is episode 69, another jersey for the collection. Enjoy! Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. I'm PD Rave. Here with me, unable to hold his emotion either, is Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz.
Hold on, I've blown out my audio. My speaker is flipping out. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you this week?
We are, of course, gathered together to talk about East Asian pop culture, like we do every week. Almost every week. Sometimes we take a break. Sometimes we gotta rest. Sometimes we get tired. But we did not rest this week.
Sometimes you don't.
Yeah, exactly. We did not rest this week. We are here for another episode. And of course, like we start every episode, we check in with what's new. Kaz, what's new with you, man?
I want to say I am excited. We're in the final stretches of both new shows. There's going to be a new DKGS coming out early next month. This week is the 27th of April. We submitted everything to the powers that be, which is Apple. So all that stuff is going in for DKG Whelp. We just have to wait for them to be like, all right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is pretty much it. But in the world of East Asian pop culture, there's a new Sunny song out. Mm-hmm. And as you know, I've been going through the perils each week of seeing if Sunny is still worth our listen. This one is called Me and You, featuring Bake Yerin. All right, I said it right the first time. I should stop second guessing myself. I generally say it right the first time, and then I proceed to then just disseminate it and just destroy it and just be like, nah.
One of these days, I'm gonna have to teach you Hangul.
But
you read Korean.
This is probably I'm gonna make this assumption right now. This is more what PD expected from Sunny.
Yeah.
Other than the last two joints that we got. This is very much kind of a classic Sunny style song. A newer style video, I will say. But this is definitely a Sunny style song.
Yeah, this is definitely a Sunny style song. Like, this is more of like the style that I expect and like from Sunny. I mean, not that I want to ascribe expectations on anybody doing creative work, but it's definitely I like this a lot better than I like the other two songs. I especially like they did it in Instagram format. It's like, that's definitely interesting. With him like unfollowing his ex-girlfriend and like him playing the balloon. Though it doesn't. My one gripe is if if balloons that you blow by your mouth don't float.
At least not that well.
At least not that well. No, not at all. Unless Becky Edin exhales helium.
We don't know that. Do we know that? We don't know that.
We can't confirm nor deny. So we can only assume that Becky Edin of 15N, in fact, inhales oxygen and exhales helium.
Yeah.
Science. But yeah, this is a good song. Yeah, I really like this. I like this feel from Sunny more than him trying to be all hard and mean. Like,
I don't know. I can kind of appreciate a lot of things from Sunny because he's really lyrical, he's really intelligent, and he's really fun to listen to. But I definitely kind of have enjoyed this of the three songs that we've talked about so far. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of am enjoying all of what I hear, and this might be an album I have to pick up from Sunny. Mm-hmm. So there we go.
Yes.
But this week was kind of meh for me on the music front. I only really had two songs that I wanted to bring to the table this week. Of what I found, this one for me was way more fun.
Yes.
Because it's in a sense, it's almost making fun of this whole '90s revision, in a way to me.
Yeah.
So this is Yusan.
Jinyu Shan. Yeah.
Yeah. A '90s group in their own. And it's a very it kind of goes through the years of hip hop, not just Korean hip hop, but hip hop in general. There's a lot of our Run DMC, like Puffy and Mace, there's just a lot of fun stuff in here, and the song itself is really good too. There was so much to kind of love and like from the song, so. I don't know. I appreciated a lot about this, and I really did genuinely enjoy this song. I sent it to Petey, and at first I was like, "This '90s thing."
Yeah, this '90s thing is it's a real thing. You're just gonna have to accept it.
But then the more I kind of looked at it, I was like, "No, this is just kind of having fun with the fact that they have a new song and that they are a group of the '90s themselves, and it's kind of just going through these eras and being silly, and I then had a much greater appreciation for it.
Yeah. It's a really fun track, and the video is super fun. And you get a lot of cameo. You gotta love when you can have a nice little UJ Suck haha cameo in your video. Anytime you can have that, a little bit of that in your video is always fun. Yeah, you gotta love those guys.
And of course, since they're YG, and YG's mission right now is to push Bobby is in this video.
Not quite doing that shuffle dance quite well, but he's trying.
Yeah,
he's too young.
I think he must have showered that day, so he couldn't feel the hip hop.
Yeah. He didn't learn his own lesson about true hip hopness. But yeah. Jinushan, it's just a fun song. It's just kind of a lot of references, a lot of nostalgia. You can't hate that. And it's just a good, catchy song. And you know what? These guys can be nostalgic about the 90s because they're from the 90s, literally.
Yeah.
They finally got let out of the YG basement.
Is the YG basement like the Disney vault? Things just go out in there and it
yeah. Yeah, it's you only get the diamond edition, every once in a while. So it's I think so. It's they get stocked away for special occasions. I wish they'd let Minzy out of that basement. For goodness sake. But yeah, moving on.
We can only hope.
One day. Love will find you. Break those chains.
Petey, you're up on the docket.
Yes, I have
with you this week.
I noticed a lot of things that happened around the clock. There was a lot of songs that caught my attention, but one thing is just a random video that caught my attention, which is Femme.
Yeah, it got both of our attentions around the same time.
Yeah, Femme just released a random video of them voguing. Yeah, it's them.
They kill it.
Yeah, and they kill it. There's not much else to say. There's them voguing. There you go. Enjoy it.
It's a very dance club mix EDM beat that they're voguing to.
Yeah,
but it is I really thought there was going to be more to this. And then it just wasn't. It is legitimately them in some office building somewhere. They just do a Vogue, and then that's it.
Yeah, then it's done. The time that it took us to discuss it, it finished. You can go watch it with audio. Do that. Besides that, we got a comeback from Lim Kim, she of Tugaworo. Now mostly just a solo artist. Lim Kim of Tugaworo with her kind of mini album. And first she had kind of her pre-release track, that really caught my attention, which is AU, off of the mini album. And this was a really cool, like, out of left field track from Lim Kim. And a big part of what works for it is her vocals are really cool and interesting. She makes it, she uses her vocals, her unique voice really well in this track. Mm-hmm. And they pair it up. You know, this is kind of that primary influence. I don't know if this is produced by Primary. Okay. So it's like, it definitely has a different feel than what you expect from Lim Kim, but it works to her benefit on this track. The song is cool. The style of the instrumental is really cool and interesting. It works well with her voice. It plays well back and forth. What did you think of this, Kaz?
I enjoyed this. Something else I'm kind of coming to notice now, like kind of just in general, Korean videos are getting way more colorful.
Yeah.
And artsy.
Yeah.
In a sense. Like where there's like so many things that are going on in these videos that just like are so weird, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like her in the closet. You know, like, or in the armoire, if you want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But the song itself, I didn't like it the first time I heard it. And I couldn't. It didn't instantly come to me as to why I didn't like it. So I listened to it again a couple more times, and it was one of those things. The more I listened to it, the more I started to appreciate little things about it. Mm-hmm. Which then gave me a overall like enjoyment of the song. Because at first it was like her voice was just kind of weird to me. But then I was like listening to it, and I kind of just listened to the beat. Then I came back again and I listened to what she was saying. I still haven't looked it up to see like, you know, the translation for all the words that I don't understand, which is a lot of them.
Yes.
But this is on 1K, so it has the scrolling thing. But I usually like to just read the lyrics.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed kind of, and then I'm gonna say this, and I know you generally when me and PD say this, it's kind of taken as a bad thing, but I kind of enjoyed the verbal gymnastics she did in this song.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I totally mean that like.
The tonal dynamics that she kind of works with, that I think in this sense, it's tonal dynamics. It's like the dynamics in her voice help to kind of like make a good variety of sounds, like and helps with the tone of the song. Like it fits with the tone of the song so well. And I really dug the track. And then she came out with her. I think this is probably her like proper promotional release for the album, which was an interesting track, which is Love Game. It did have a kind of a pretty amusing video of dudes Myron.
Did you hear this before I sent this, or did you send this to me?
I think I may have sent it to you. Maybe. I know I saw it on Reddit on our K-pop. But this was a cool song. I will say that I kind of like the pre-release better. I like AU better. But that being said, this is a cool song and a kind of a amusing video. And Lim Kim looks really attractive in this one.
Now I've only listened to this twice now. I listened to it before we started recording it, and I'm kind of listening to it now. So I don't have the same judgment on it as I did with AWU. But I kind of off the bat enjoyed the beat and the feel to this a lot more. And no, it's not because she's in that bathtub. I generally am enjoying this song a bit more.
Yeah.
But it has, to me, it has kind of the same feel as the last one, where it has some verbal gymnastics that she does in the pick up and put down of her voice, you know?
Yeah. Like, oh, brother's trying to peep in there. Get his eye poked out with a dart. Yeah. But yeah, it does have like that's what her great strength is, that she plays with, like, she has a really cool dynamics and really unique tone to her voice that works well in for a lot of songs. And yeah, it makes for really cool stuff, really cool songs, and especially when they make use of it, when the producers or the songwriters make use of it. It's really cool stuff. Lim Kim, I'm looking forward to listening to the rest of this mini album, because I really enjoyed Goodbye 20, her other album. And I know this is going to be different than that, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with maybe taking her voice and taking a different approach with her voice. So I'm looking forward to that. The next track was another one that caught my attention, which is from comedian turned pretty successful pop singer Shin Bora, who people might know from her stints on Gag Concert, where she would play a diva singer. And then you know, she started singing properly in songs. I think before that, she was doing stuff with where she would sing for soundtracks, and she would sing in skits and stuff. And you would notice, like, hey, she's pretty good. Mm-hmm. She can sing. Hey, how about you just go ahead and sing? And then she debuted as a solo singer last year, I believe, with a cool like ballad. And then she came back with this song featuring Vasco, called Mismatch. And this is a cool song. Like, her voice is really cool in this. Like, she's another person who has this isn't the way you're supposed to sing K-pop voice.
Yeah.
But that works so well, I think, really, and especially in this song, especially as somebody who's a grown-ass woman. Yeah. So she's a grown-ass woman, I'm going to put it that way. And therefore she has that kind of delivery and bravado that she can deliver better than, say, any of the young girls that are out there in the idol scene. And it works well for her. What did you think, Kaz?
I really enjoyed it. I like Vasco a lot. I think he's a really smart rapper. And I hadn't heard most of her serious stuff. I've kind of seen clips of things you and T2 have sent me from Gag Concert with her in it. Like when I started this, I was like, I've seen her before. And now that you just said that, like, I remember seeing things that you or T2 have sent me from Gag Concert that had her in it. So this is like really, really like kind of surprising, like to get this, and like you said, like, you know, she was already a good singer. It's just she was on a different route, being, you know, kind of the funny, making fun of this kind of stuff. Yeah. But now it's just like she's doing it seriously, and she's, like you said, she's doing it with her style.
Yeah. Like, and it works really well.
Very grown woman.
Grown ass woman.
I don't know how I'm feeling about those pantsuits, but hey, you know,
it's you know, adultness.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I like. Hey, you know what I'm missing? K-pop belly buttons. Because at least it's not a high-waisted fucking thing. Like, you know, everybody's got them high-waisted shorts.
That one, like, black and yellow one is high-waisted.
Yeah. Yeah, like, but, you know, I appreciate the outfit. But yeah, she has that really cool, like, style and bravado, and it works well in this song. Like, damn. And rubbing on her boobies. That's nice. Damn, that Kim Giddy is one lucky bastard. the other comedian that she's been dating forever, like, or at least for the past couple of years. Damn, he's a lucky bastard. But moving on, so you all get to see the stuff. Another interesting release that I think caught both of our attention. So You Me. And I don't know if you know who she is, Kaz, but she had previously been part of the group Kiss and Cry. That group that caught our attention last, I think the other year, like a couple years, no, last year. That unfortunately disbanded by the end of the year. And now she's debuting as a solo singer and as a trot singer. There's more trot for us to talk about. I'm excited. So You Me with Shake Me Up. Hundura Juseo. And it's just a really fun trot song with like random EDM breakdowns. And it's fun and catchy, and she delivers that trot singing style really well, and she looks adorable and is cute in this video. And I don't know, it's just super fun. No. Well, what do you think, Kat?
You know me and your love for modern trot.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw this, I sent this to you, and I was jamming out to it for at least a good hour. I like replayed it a few times, and I know people would probably disagree with us about who really like trot, but that kind of drop that's in there at like 115, you know, like that kind of dancey, you know, upbeat drop. Like I really enjoyed that, and I don't know, I enjoy. Why did Skype do that? I just enjoyed so much about this. Like I just realized, man, me and you just have a love for modern trot, and we should not hate about it. We should not hate that we have this love for modern trot.
Yeah. There's nothing to hate about this stuff. It's just so much fun. The song is fun. The video is fun. We're still, I think, so far. Again, there's still a little bit of the surface stuff so far. We're still up on the, when it comes to the emission Discover Trot. We're still on our positive note. We're still keeping it 100. We're still positive on Trot as far as we can tell. So Mission Enjoy Trot is going to continue. So keep an eye out for that. There's more music. Kaz didn't have a lot of music, but there's a lot of music out there to keep to check out.
I turned most of these down. Which is why they're here.
Yeah, that's why they're here. So more songs. This next one is a couple. The next couple of songs are, I think, coming off the heels of Unpretty Rap Star. It's something that I think I've had to tell Kaz that he's gonna have to accept that Unpretty Rap Star was a thing and it was successful.
So fucking dumb. It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah. But you know what? It was a thing. But we get this. We get Kisum, Lil Cham, Jace, Bora of Sistar. Kisum, Lil Cham, Jace, contestants on Pretty Rap Star. Bora is just Bora of Sistar. She can do whatever the hell she wants. And Dunga, producer and guy on this song in a mask, with the song Feedback. I will say, I actually kind of really like this song. It's a fun little hip hop track. It's catchy. Yeah. Bora is surprisingly good in it.
It's a fun pass the mic track. I will admit that.
Mm-hmm. And it has fun little moments of the girls being like boss ass bitches and like to this protagonist camera person thing, guy.
Okay.
But
we normally don't do this, right?
Yeah.
We normally don't do this, but I will say this. Lil Cham is kind of the worst.
I guess I could say yeah. Yeah, maybe. She's kind of has this like style that she's always had forever.
she has this really cool, unique voice. Like a lot of Korean female rappers have this really unique sound to them sometimes. And it's very kind of squeaky sometimes.
Yeah.
And some people use it to good effect. Some people use it to good effect and some don't. And I don't think Little Chom uses her vocal range to good effect.
Yeah. I definitely can see that. I did love Bora's part, and Bora is attractive. She's an attractive human being. Especially on A Style for You. I've been watching her on A Style for You because like it's her, Hani, Hara, who I adore too, and Heechul, who I can tolerate. Kind of. But they're fun on that too. But yeah, this was a fun track. And then for going along on the same Unpretty Rap Star tip, we have Jimin together with J-Don of label mates N Flying. Jimin, of course, for those that watch Unpretty Rap Star, she's known as the motherfucking top madam. Which I will say, okay, so this is a song they released called God. I will say recently I did check out the live performance of the song they did, because I kept hearing about Poos. It was like, yeah, it's like Poos. Oh, that song Poos. I'm like, what is this song Poos? And I listened to the song, and it's kind of fun. It's a fun track, and it's catchy. And it's kind of funny seeing Lil Jimin go, I'm the motherfucking top madam. Like right off the bat. And like, it's kind of hilarious. But yeah, this song, God, with Jimin and J-Don, it's Jimin kind of being, it's just kind of fun, seeing this ridiculous, like, hard persona out of this little adorable Jimin. Like, but I think as a constructed song, this isn't too bad. It's actually kind of good. It's fun to listen to.
I enjoyed it. I just didn't enjoy it enough to want to say that I enjoyed it enough. I couldn't tell if it was like, I couldn't disseminate the boasting from good music.
Yeah.
My first listen through, Yeah. Because if you watch Unpretty Rap Star, Jimin is an entertainer, right?
Yeah.
She proves how much of an entertainer she is because she outshines all of them on the entertainment factor, right? Which is why she won a lot of it. And why she has the opportunity she's getting right now. But in doing rap, there is a lot of boasting, and this is now putting her in a position of doing a lot of boasting, whereas before she was kind of just trying to be like, hey, I want to show I have skill at being like a rapper too, and doing this.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just weird to know this person that has this very quiet mentality presenting this way.
Yeah.
But it is entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once I circled back around to the entertainment thing, I was like, you know what? She is creating this entertainment persona, and I'm not mad about that. And I enjoy it now more for that factor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of works, and I like the track, and it's a fun track to listen to. And I kind of want to go back, and I'm going to have to go back and actually sit down and watch Unpretty Rap Star at some point. And actually finish it, because like I only watched like the first episode. I'm because that one performance, and apparently Cheetah killed it on basically consistently, so I want to see her perform well.
Cheetah was also really good on there too.
Yeah, so I gotta check that out. But yeah, Jimin putting out some stuff, creating herself a new persona. Last but not least, we're talking about something that
so weird to me.
We're talking about. I think this one's like kind of a kind of a connection to this week's episode of the A3K podcast that I appeared on, which is
yeah, you did.
Yeah, we mentioned Death Note the musical.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about we mainly talked about the live action series.
About Naruto the musical?
No. But we talked about Death Note the musical. And I don't know if we were talking about this one. I don't know if there's a joint Korean and Japanese project happening with Death Note the musical. But this is Kim Jun-soo. This is Kim Jun-soo, of course, of JYJ and formerly of TVXQ or Donbang Shinki, with a song that he's performing under his persona, under his because he's okay. I'm not making sense. This is a song. The game begins from the musical. Kim Jun-soo is playing the part of L. I'm going to have to admit, I haven't seen anything of Death Note, so I'm not familiar with who L is. But he seems to perform this character really well, and like Junsu kind of has this dramatic persona and singing style just in general. Just dramatic singing style.
I was looking for my DVD copy of the live action Death Note movie. I can't find it.
No.
But okay, so being the anime guy here, right? Yeah. L is one of the main characters. He is a detective.
Yeah.
In the series of Death Note. And L is a little more. He does have the raspy voice, but he is kind of this recluse, super genius, who spends a lot of his time, efforts, and money on solving the unsolvable.
Yes, like that. Like it's like Mulder.
Yeah, and he likes sweets, but also it's not blue. So
yeah. To be fair, this is just Junsu in the recording studio. And again, the video that's about recording the song. So
and also, L doesn't wear shoes. So
yes.
that's another thing.
Yeah, which I noticed in there. Yeah, I noticed the throwing a lot of sugar cubes in his coffee and then the not wearing shoes anywhere.
Because he really mainly only eats candy and drinks coffee during that whole show.
So that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Well, what did you think of his performance as L in this musical number?
It was weird to me because, like I said, I do somewhere around here. I am that level of otaku that I do have a copy of Death Note the musical that I bought. I mean, not Death Note the musical, but Death Note there was a couple of live action movies. I do own one of them that I bought in Korea on the black market. But no, I
in one of them
it.
In one of them underground shopping markets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bought a lot of shit there. But it's weird with the musical parts. Like a lot of the parts that are just supposed to be kind of him acting are a little more spot on. The way he drinks the coffee, the way he kind of does things. But the musical part is just kind of weird to me. Like I'm not sure how that works, you know?
Yeah.
But they've been doing a lot of this stuff lately with a lot of animes being done in a musical style. I know there's a Naruto musical. I think there was talks of doing something else really big in a musical style. Yeah. So I don't know. I would have to see more of it to know how I feel about it, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll definitely have to see how it works out. I imagine There might be, I'm not going to assume for them, there might be news further along as it comes out on the A3K podcast over at anime3000.com or youtube.com/anime3000. You can also see me on there. I talked about Love Live.
I'm still looking around for this goddamn Death Note DVD.
I had an interesting back and forth between myself and Jack D. Tyler D. about Love Live. The app and the anime. Though she hadn't seen the anime, but I talked about the anime because I had seen the anime. But yeah, go check that out. Anime 3000, the A3K podcast. This past episode it was a pretty fun one. But that's it. I think that's it for what's new this week. I'm actually surprised how quickly we got through all those songs. But yeah, now we're going to go to our headlines. So join us over there, won't you?
What? What? Where? Oh, headlines over there.
Over there. Welcome back to our headlines, everyone.
Also, you stopped screen sharing.
Yeah, I know. It was like eating memory and stuff like that. It's like,
nice.
Yes. It was
Good job, Skype. I'm glad you're fucking program.
God damn it. Making me think of going back to Google Hangouts. But yes, the first big headline we're probably gonna have to go look for a third jersey at ACEN. Just scaring Cookie over there. She's like looking at me, she's like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, Cookie. But yeah, EXO. We talked. I don't think we actually talked about it because I don't really talk about rumors and stuff like that. But before there was a time before there was rumors of Tao wanting to leave SM, following the footsteps of Chris and Luhan, and now we're getting like these back and forth headlines and news and updates and official statements. Enough so that there's a mega thread now. You know some serious shit is going down when there's a Reddit mega thread.
So break this down for me. I'm not the best at Reddit. I still haven't hit the button, whatever the fuck that is. So all right. Break this down for me. I had a word and I lost it.
Yes.
So give me the topical topics.
The topical topics. So there's a ton of headlines here that make up this. So how it's broken down here in the kind of Reddit mega thread here is that so it comes down to first of all, we got news that first of all, it comes off of Lei. They start off with Lei's studio that we talked about before, the kind of the workshop they set up for Lei and his Chinese activities, and then there was kind of different like headlines on other things. EXO's Tao reveals that he was depressed due to injury, because he did have that ankle injury. He kind of went down with an injury. He had to play hurt. He performed on M Countdown. He fell down with an injury. And then, they said that it was getting worse. Different things here back and forth. There was some really harrowing pictures of his ugly ass looking ankle. To the point where Tao's father releases letter wanting Tao to leave EXO. And all right, so it starts off. Tao's father makes personal statement demanding he leave EXO. And I'm going to start off with this Moonrock headline, brought to you by Moonrock.com. Just now, Tao's father has made a statement through the Chinese media demanding that Tao leave EXO. The statement reads, "To all the fans who always give Tao so much love and interest, hello, I am Hanshi Tao's father. I'm writing these words with an aching heart and a complicated mind. I know that my decision for Tao to withdraw from EXO will hurt a lot of people. It will even hurt my son Tao. I tried very hard to convince Tao, but it seems like Tao cannot understand his selfish father. Between him being an idol in Korea and Tao's health, I choose Tao's health. In his 3 years with EXO, he received both large and small wounds. The back injuries, body injuries, leg injuries, etc. cannot be counted. When Tao goes on stage, I am anxious that all wounds become deeper. After being injured, there was nothing I could do but bring Tao back to China. Rather than receiving support from his agency, Tao only suffered injuries. After experiencing all kinds of trials, I decided to bring Tao home, but it was already too late for him to receive the best treatment. There's nothing more important to parents than their child's health. Currently, our family's number one priority is Tao's health and well-being. Lastly, I am sorry and thankful to the agency and the EXO members. Thank you to the company for caring for and taking interest in Tao for the past 3 years. I'm also sorry to Tao's fans and EXO's fans." Then
that sounded weird at first. I'm not gonna lie. That the "I am anxious, old wounds will become deeper." I that sounded weird at first, but then I reread it and I have a better understanding, because I was like, "What? Wait, what? Does he want them to get worse?" And I was like, "Oh no, he's just saying he hopes that these old wounds that they think that have healed don't get worse." Okay, keep going.
SM, and then SM makes official statement concerning Tao's father's demand that his son leave EXO. Just now, SM Entertainment has released an official statement regarding the personal statement that made by Tao's father demanding that his son leave EXO. Through a press release, as an SM representative stated, we will now make an official statement regarding the comments Tao's father wrote on Weibo. While we are in the process of continuously discussing Tao's various Chinese activities with Tao and Tao's father, it's a shame that Tao's father would upload such comments. The SRF representative continued. Nevertheless, through conversation with Tao's father, we will explore his developmental direction. In light of the statement, it seems that despite Tao's father's demands, SM Entertainment is attempting to keep Tao as part of EXO. No shit! Yeah, sure. They're not going to attempt to keep him. They're going to go ahead and let another, Chris Lujan situation happen. So, and then it goes on. SME confirms. Then update. Tao has quote unquote agreed to leave EXO. Say reports. Tao to make a statement soon. This is last we heard. Tao has agreed with his father and will leave EXO, according to a recent report by Kooky News. Take this with a grain of salt in terms of it being any more or less official than the last news items, because I'm quite sure this is just the Sina interview, which I did with his father being reported in Korea. But part of the Sina interview about Tao's filial piety was apparently regarding why Tao is agreeing to leave the group. According to Tao's dad, Tao is done with EXO and SM Entertainment. Update: Chinese actor Huan Xiaoming gave an update of sorts on Tao's rumors, saying that Tao told him he would update us on his status through a statement soon. And then we're just sitting here waiting with our popcorn and our binoculars. As for EXO, they're carrying out schedules as planned. Then we really haven't gotten any updates. There was an SM producer that tweeted some kind of dumb stuff. That in the end, EXO Tao takes steps on withdrawing too. Lei will leave soon though. Starting rumors about Lei. And then Tao at some point goes onto his Weibo and simply writes, "I'm sorry, thank you." It's like, and nothing else. It's like, look, motherfucker, give us an update.
Right.
It's like, give us an update already. It's
We also have an updated battle royal picture.
yes, exactly. Before Tao leaves, let's check in on the EXO Battle Royal picture and a Mad fan. We have a nice update. Tao, everything is going according to plan. Which of course joins not only the two X'd out, but Suho's, of course, Japanese sympathies. The Rising Sun. Of course, Bacon's Oreo. Chanyeol's Don't Open the Package. Which I think is a headline we didn't talk about before. But it's one where apparently somebody was sending a fan was sending another fan some really ridiculous EXO slash fiction, but used the fan club, used the official PO box or whatever as a return address. It ended up being undeliverable or something happened and it was gonna get returned, but to SM and EXO into their fan mail. It was they were hurriedly messaging Chanyeol not to open the package. It's don't open it, don't read the fan mail. Of course Dio, because of the constant Sojin rumors. And I love this, the G Buster. I think part of the fun of all this EXO drama is this picture. The Battle Royal update. Battle Royal 8 Operation Open Window is a go because Lei runs this shit. Yes. What can you ascertain from any of this?
It is just an ongoing thing. It has seemed to calm down just in general. Like EXO is just leading the drama, whereas everything else is kind of slowed down a little bit. And I'm kind of happy about that. That most of the rest of the drama, there was a consistent couple of weeks where all we were talking about was, hey, guess what? More drama for the Korean music market. More drama for the Korean music market. It seemed to slow down a little bit. Those headlines and those stories seem to have slowed down. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's happened.
Yeah.
The other thing is I fear for the consistency of EXO, just in general.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's getting to a point where SM is holding on to a bridge that is falling apart.
Yeah,
the
tough part is because they really don't want to lose this this connection to the Chinese market. It's such an important connection for them, but they're already down 2 members of XOM. They literally can't have XOK and XOM anymore. Just because XOM only has 3 members at this point. And if it comes down to Tao leaving, that will make XOM a duo now, and there'll be TVXQ all over again. And the idea that this could mean having no Chinese members, because if Tao leaves, where does that leave Lei? As literally the last Chinese member. Because the other member of XOM is Korean. He's just got good Mandarin. So it's I will have to say I do appreciate that EXO is a consistent source of both Schadenfreudian joy, and drama, and fun catchy songs, all in one group. They bring us fun catchy songs and hilarious drama and craziness, and I just wish EXO Exotics would as a fandom take it down a notch, just a couple of notches, just a few notches,
Right.
Sometimes I love, I understand what you gotta express your fandom and you gotta show the love, but sometimes you can be a little much.
Hell out of here. Yeah, no, they're
what does Cookie
EXO
think about
fans-
this situation?
I don't know. The cat wanted a hug, and then that turned into him wanting to lay on the lap. It's just getting weird. But the EXO fans are kind of some of the weirdest we've come across, and I think it's like you said, their popularity kind of brings all out.
Yeah.
Like it brings them all out in force. They all want to be vocal, and they're the ones who are very much that we always hear about. That we're just like, stay in your homes.
Yes.
They don't really love you.
Yes.
Like, calm your ass down.
Calm your ass down, for goodness sake. Yeah, like it is just that thing where it's like, for all of the for all the well-meaning, level-headed exotics out there, or XOL, I guess, if you want to be accurate, I guess. I hope for less like disappointment. But damn if this isn't entertaining. Because this is going to add a whole extra level of fun to ACEN, like I said. It's like...
We have to... All right, hold on. I call this now the whisper zone, right? Nobody else can hear us, PD.
Yeah.
We really have to make it like a hunt video of just us trying to get those jerseys.
Yes.
Like... We will figure out a way to produce this. We will figure out a way to make this. It's going to be fun. There's going to be so many awesome videos that come out from ACEN. But yes, ACEN is going to be amazing. I know we keep talking about it. I know some of you are like, shut the fuck up about ACEN. But this is our thing. This is where me and PD get to hang out and actually be like, oh, this and that. Like,
yeah,
which we do every week on the show. But we'll be able to do it in person. So you gotta love that.
Yeah, you gotta love that. But yeah, all the best to EXO, K, M, and L, and T, because I know EXO T's out there, that the Thai EXO tribute band that's gonna have to lose another member too. Because have you seen the EXO T? It's this tribute band for EXO.
Yeah.
And when
no, I don't. I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've actually seen it.
Well, when Chris and Luhan left, they kicked out two of their members, specifically the ones that were supposed to represent Chris and Luhan. And now they're gonna have to kick out another member. Let me see. Let me look it up. No, it's not headlines.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There more headlines?
More headlines.
Headline?
Breaking.
What's going on?
Well, here, an additional headline. EXO cover group EXO T goes beyond just covering. Idol group EXO's popularity. Let me get this. Okay. All right. EXO's popularity has gained them a lot of fans, and among them is the Thai cover group Millennium Boy. Oh, they have a cover on Reddit of freaking Call Me Baby, and I haven't checked it out because I forgot that Millennium Boy was this group, which recently changed their group name to EXO T. The cover group became famous by covering EXO's famous dances and performances and having similar styles as the original group, aka ripping them off. However, in last night's broadcast of Mnet's Dirty Talk, they talked about how the Thai cover group is going overboard with their imitation of EXO. XOT recently was talked about on various SNS accounts. Yeah, to the point where they're like copying like the picture. Like they're taking the same hairstyles. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to find the cover group nickname XOT revealed to have even imitated EXO's dating and departure scandals. To make the, yes,
Yay.
it was revealed that this cover group was greatly active in garnering popularity as practically a carbon copy of the boy group EXO. Now, the exact details of the extremity of their invitation were addressed as the show revealed. The boys even copied the EXO members' SNS pictures. To make things even more severe, the show claimed that the cover group member impersonating Baekhyun also came out with his relationship after Baekhyun and Taeyeon's dating scandal was publicized. Kim Gura jokingly asked if the member pretending to be Chris left the group, but was quickly shocked to find out that this was indeed the case as well. The member that's imitating Chris left the group. Yeah, Millennium Boy.
Okay, that's good, right?
Yeah, that.
EXO fans are weird.
Yeah, no, this is like this is somebody trying to make some money. This is some people.
At some point, they were EXO fans, right? Let's work this backwards, right? At some point, they were EXO fans.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, let's assume. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say they actually liked it and wanted to, be EXO. They took it too far. God damn, look at these logos. But yeah, that's the thing. That was the thing. I wonder how they're doing now. I actually want to go check out that video now. But I will do that later. We've got more headlines to cover, to go through. One quick one, I think, that I'm hopeful yet concerned, but to give it kind of an update. Ladies Code back together in their dorm set to talk about comeback. The trio of Ladies Code members have returned to the dorm and are currently training as well as receiving psychological therapy. Sojung, Ashley, and Juni are also set to talk about a comeback at some point in the near future, according to a rep. When asked about a comeback for Ladies Code, an associate said, "Nothing has been decided, but we should start to talk about it. I can't say right now whether or not that they can make a comeback this year." Sounds good, I think. It's cynical to think, but given that they're guaranteed a huge buzz when they do come back, I can't put it past Polaris Entertainment to use as a chance to recoup whatever investment expenses they've lost at this point. So really, what Agent Junkie wants to know, what I want to know, is whether they actually want to continue or not. Which I'm going to say, I think they'll want to continue, and I think this is more about them getting back to a kind of sense of normalcy. And being around each other, which I think is a good thing. I think it can be a good thing, especially kind of, being around other people that know what you went through. I don't know. Well, what are your thoughts, guys?
I was kind of looking through the comments because I was looking to see what the pushback from this was. It seems to be pretty well received. I don't see, I don't see any bad discourse in here. A lot of it is talking about, these bands did this and these bands did this, and it's talking about maybe adding, like how some people feel they shouldn't add members or anything like that. Yeah. So I do want to put this out there because there is some language in here that was written that could be taken the wrong way. Very much the putting it past Polaris to recoup whatever investment / expensive they've lost at this point, right? And that very much can sound really bad because people died. But at the end of the day, this is how people make their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of time and effort was being put into this for people to live off of this, And yes, lives were lost, but these girls are performers. The people who care for them, the people who do all these things are trained to do that, are trained to make these people performers. And a really, really bad thing happened. That doesn't stop them from wanting to be performers.
Yeah. It might motivate them to get, and I think might motivate them to kind of want to keep going. But But I think it's a matter of seeing how ready they are. I think at the end of the day, what this means is more about them getting back to dorm life, back to being around each other, being around people that have been through the same thing that they were, and kind of getting back to their old routine.
I think the best way to say it is to get back to normal.
Yeah.
To
normal for them. Yeah.
You can only mourn for so long. And then I know some people, I know a lot of things I say, some people just take as whoa, what the fuck? But you can only mourn for so long. You can only be sad for so long before you got to get back to normal. You got to get back to happy. You got to get back to earning a living, because the rest of the world isn't going to stop with you.
Yeah. And then I think that's also important for healing too. Trying to find your normalcy, find your regain your rhythm.
And I mean, there could just be a lot of good just in general that can come from this. You can have your mourning while doing this. You can have things that you now can dedicate to these people and all these things. And there could be a lot of market spin on a lot of this stuff, and that might put a sour taste in some people's mouths. But it's one of these things when somebody dies in the public eye. And I feel like it was handled somewhat in a good light. It wasn't an automatic spin where somebody was trying to make money off of it or anything like that. The
only thing I would put a kind of a thing on would be the putting the manager that drove the car out there as kind of a scapegoat. I mean, no. I'm glad they're working on a reduced sentence for him, because he was only kind of he was behind the wheel. Yeah, he made a mistake. Yeah, he shouldn't have been speeding, but really it was the industry that put them in that. It's just it wasn't the first car crash in K-pop. It wasn't even the 5th. It wasn't even maybe the 10th.
It's just one of these things. You got to realize these are people's livelihoods. These are how these people live
their dreams.
They have to get back to normal. They just have to.
Which is good. I hope they're well. I hope that they are healing well, and finding their normalcy. But moving on. All right, so we have a follow-up to our bucket list talk from our last episode. Rocket News went ahead and put out a part 2 to their Japan bucket list.
Deuces.
Japan bucket list to 8 places you need to visit to really understand Japan, which is really cool. I think there's not much really to expound on because we're not familiar with the places, but it's still a cool article that I think people should check out. Number 1, Hokkaido. That you get a lot of really cool, large swaths of land, huge dairy industry, forests, wildlife, just a bunch of really cool stuff, a lot of history. Of course, number 2, Tokyo. Tokyo, you got to see a bunch of, it could be a lot of, it's everything, so many things happening in Tokyo, from Akihabara to Harajuku.
Right. So this is probably the place, depending on your level of nerd for Japan, that you would want to be the most. Because like you said, you're going to have your Akihabara. You're going to have all the maid cafes, all that stuff. You're going to have all the hustle and bustle of the big city. And it's fun if you do live in a city to see how a different city in a different country lives and breathes. You're going to get to see all the strange vending machines and things like that. But there's still a lot of culture and history and cool shit in Tokyo that you could see, if you don't just caught up in wanting to go to the maid cafes and doing all that shit, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna spend 87% of my time when I do get that chance to go to Japan in some version of a maid cafe.
Yes.
I'm gonna hang out in a fucking owl cafe,
or I know that there's a sheep cafe in Korea.
I need to get a new job quick so I can start saving money.
Yes. We're gonna have to do that. That's the plan next year. Late
Hopefully.
next year, August. I think I'm planning August. That's the tentative plan. August 2016.
I have no problem taking Otakon off of the map. That's Otakon time, and they're getting fucking weird. Paid $80 for a fucking convention pass. Eat my dick.
But yeah, moving on. Number 3, Osaka.
Another place, lots and lots of history. Osaka is another big place in Japan. There's a lot of cool stuff. As far as I remember, I think there's still a lot of castles and things like that in Osaka.
Yeah. There's Japan's Seto Island. There's Edo. There's the Osaka Castle. Aimed to build the largest and most intimidating of all castles in Japan. The erection of the edifice started in 1583 and was completed in 1590. The current castle is reconstruction. Toyotomi, all these really cool places. Tokyo and Osaka enjoy a rivalry today, similar to the East Coast versus West Coast in the U.S. East Coast, West Coast. Tokyo is seen as sophisticated and conservative, and the people a bit indifferent compared to Osaka, where people are more friendly, passionate, and gregarious. It's like it's more like I think like Seoul versus Busan, or like New York versus Atlanta, maybe.
Yeah.
Though not quite the same. Number 4, Nara. No, not from
about Nara.
Not the girl from Hello Venus, but the place in Japan. More history, a lot of really cool stuff. Nara period is also when the two. It's during the Nara period, named for when Japan's capital was located here. Buddhism was sponsored by the state and acted as protector of the state. Todaji Temple in Nara served as the head. Japan's oldest Buddhist structures and wooden buildings are located in or near Nara. Buddhist iconography was imported from China, and Neo statues that stand in pairs and act as guardians. The temple gates were one of the influences from this time. The Nara period is also when the two oldest extant documents on Japanese creation and history were written: the Kojiki, records of ancient matters, one of which is Japan's oldest surviving written work, and on which many Shinto myths are based, and the Nihon Shoki, Chronicles of Japan, which was written entirely in classical Chinese, which is cool. Like, it's crazy kind of looking at the fact that classical Chinese is like Latin.
Mm-hmm.
Almost to think of it like that, how that has spread and changed into like these different countries, like how that, like, how much it permeates, how much the crossover there is with Korean and Chinese, and Hanja characters, and how much there's an entire Japanese script set that is based on Chinese characters. So it's like is it kanji? Yeah, kanji. Which is interesting. Number 5, Kyoto. Ton of Buddhist temples.
Which I'm not going to say any of the things I know about Kyoto, because all of those things I've learned from anime. So.
Yes. Tale of Genji includes lavish descriptions of social life during the Imperial Water Gardens, including the Imperial Water Gardens, where people glided around on wooden boats, admiring the scenery while moving to observe the moon's reflection in the water. Buddhist views, a lot of like really cool like temples and places. Number 6, Hiroshima. The less fun place, but kind of more really cool.
Really cool. A lot of history, still a lot to see and take in. You know what I'm saying? Like you get there and you get a realization that, this place was hit by a fucking bomb.
Yes.
Like,
atom bomb. And you kind of see the scars there, and the radiated explosion is also convincing. And it's like that. This is a big reason why they don't have a main army. Hiroshima Peace Park is a popular destination for Japanese public school graduation trips, which is interesting. It's kind of cool. Nagasaki, number 7. Kind of a big port city. which is really cool. Makes for an interesting kind of town, I can tell you, as a resident of a port city. A lot of trade, a lot of cool stuff. Things to do. Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum, another place that got hit by a bomb. And a lot of other cool stuff. And then last but not least, Tohoku. Tohoku region consists of 6 prefectures: Aomori, Akita, Iwate, Yamagata, and Miyagi, and Fukushima. Haiku poet Matsuo Basho wrote his famous account of the narrow road to the deep north while traveling through this region. Akita Prefecture is the home of Japan's own breed of dog, the Akita, the most iconic of which is Hachiko. Page not found. Oh, damn it. Dog enshrined outside Tokyo Shibuya railway station in Tokyo. Matsushima in Miyagi Prefecture is one of Japan's 3 great views. Just a lot of really cool views, lakes and stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of really cool places. So go ahead and check out the article. It adds more to our list. And then on top of that, so I decided, we didn't have anything for Korea. So I just Googled one. And Solistic went ahead and provided one of 101 things to do in Seoul. Huge bucket list. And we kind of can go through, just kind of glance at a lot of these.
Yeah, let's glance at some of this. And I'm going to, as you're going through this, I'm going to look for things that I've done.
I'm going to say...
I've already been to Korea.
I'm going to say a lot of what you've done is probably in this first one, especially this first 3. Drink soju or makgeolli, but in cocktail form. Buy makgeolli from the Hongdae Makgeolli Man. Drink beer and soju.
I did drink soju, but I did not drink it in cocktail form.
All right, so we're gonna have to, drink beer and soju at a convenience store table.
Did that?
Learn to make kimchi.
I went to the Family Mart because I was staying in kind of a day hotel. Like usually a hotel, if you drink too much, you go there, you stay there. I kind of made most of my trip staying there.
Yes.
So while my girlfriend at the time was at work, she's in the Army. So while she was on base, I was like, oh, I'm kind of fucking hungry and thirsty. Went out, when it came out, and right down this hill, Family Mart. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna go to the fucking Family Mart. Got a height and some chips, and I was like, I don't really feel like going back to the room. Like I kind of want to take in Korea and where I'm at. So I kind of just sat there on the street at one of those like basically little kid tables.
Yes.
So, and a plastic stool, and just kind of ate my chips and drank my drink. Like,
yeah.
So,
yep. Learn to make kimchi. We're gonna have to drink coffee at Guangdong's Coffee Street. Go to a makgeolli and Jeon bar restaurant on a rainy day. Nope. Pick a live fish and eat it 5 minutes later at Noryanjin Fish Market.
No, did not do
that. Eat bindatok and mayak gimbap at Gwangjang Market. Eat super spicy food that have made people faint.
I did not go to Gwangjang Market.
7 spiciest Korean foods. I've eaten tteokbokki before. Chicken feet. Yeah, there's some great. These are all articles. Right? By the way, if you're looking through the checklist, these are all articles that are all on Solistic and just kind of in list form, so you can decide I'm gonna do all of these things. So if you happen to be looking through this list and you're interested in a particular activity, go ahead and just click on it. It'll take you into an article on how to do it, like learn to eat kimchi. Learn to not eat kimchi. I know how to eat kimchi. Learn to make kimchi.
I did do the Korean barbecue thing. So
all right. So eat at a restaurant that's been around for 100 years. Get full of tasty samples at a Korean supermarket. Go around 7 p.m. for the most selection. This super spicy tteokbokki truck. Eat live octopus at Noryanjin Market.
No, I didn't go to any of the markets.
I'm kind of freaked out by the idea of eating live octopus. I kind of
partly, if I can go, I will do it. Like I am not scared.
I just feel I'm not scared.
Except for bananas.
Oh yeah, I'm not scared. I just feel sorry for the little guy. It's just like I'm going to. You're like moving, and like I'm going to eat you alive now. I was like, aw. Eat super refreshing naengmyeon. Eat super healthy, delicious vegan food. We probably won't be able to eat naengmyeon just because. The jjimjilbang. We're gonna do a jjimjilbang. Like one of these nights when we don't want to go back to the Airbnb, or even just for funsies, we'll stay the night at a freaking jjimjilbang at a freaking spa, because you can do that. Eat ramen at a convenience store, like in a Korean drama.
Do that.
Eat raw beef.
Do that.
Yukwa. Get smashed just to see if Korean hangover cures really work.
I did get smashed.
But you haven't tried the Korean hangover cures, so that's going to be we have to do that. Briar roasted.
I did wake up butterball ass naked in my hotel room.
Oh, I hope you got naked in your hotel room.
I did. My girlfriend did lead me back to our room. I told you that story. That's the story where we're standing outside of the room and we have the argument about who has the key when I clearly have the key.
Yes.
I'm like, bitch, I don't have shit. How dare you? How dare you?
Buy a roasted chicken off the back of a truck.
Did not do that.
Get Korean style fried chicken delivery.
Did do that.
Yeah. Order in a Korean style pizza with potatoes.
Did not do that.
Order meat at a Mahjong meat market and eat it 10 minutes later at a restaurant close by. We gotta do that.
Nope.
That's like crazy. Try Korean street snacks.
Oh, hold on. All right. I gotta go back for 1 second.
Yeah.
This Korean style chicken thing, like, remember how I was telling you it comes in these super cool, like, fucking boxes and shit?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They don't show it, but they do talk about one of the places, Kyaochan, and what is it called? Two chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, two fried chicken.
Two fried chicken. Yeah.
My God. We have to go to one of those places if I get to go with you.
Or both.
I will stay at the Kyaochan. Like, I will just stay there. Because most of the places people also, like, live in the restaurants that they work at, I would just live there.
Yeah.
I would just be like, I am now going to stay here for the duration of my trip. I am your new roommate. Hello, how are you? I will take orders.
Yes. Do you need it? Do you need anything cleaned or washed? I'll sweep up. Hey, you need me to sweep up? I'll go ahead and stay. Let me go ahead and sweep up. It's like, oh no, Quinchana, yeah. No, I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm sweeping up. It's like, yeah. Order me. Try Korean street snacks like hotdog or egg bread.
I did try some Korean snacks, not those two, but I've had Korean snacks while in Korea.
Eat Korean ice cream.
Did that as well.
Drink banana milk.
Nope, because I don't like bananas or milk.
Drink some free milk coffee after a Korean meal. Go to a bar that'll introduce some new Korean friends to you. Ooh.
I don't know if I did that, but if you walk down the street in Korea, people will say hi to you depending on where you are.
Yeah.
Now, if you're near an army base, people are gonna fucking look at you weird and cross the street. But if you're kind of in a place that's a little more hip, a little more young, a little more open, a little more friendly, then everybody's just going to be like, hey, how are you? Where are you from?
How you doing? Apparently it's a place called Blue Ketchup. This is a post from 2013, so I don't know if this place is still there. God damn it, TF2 again. They're just going to go straight to TF2. Blue Ketchup is a really popular bar in Korea with a very unique concept. Guys and girls go separately in groups, and if you see someone you like, you can order drinks for them. Then you can use these cards to write down a message on your Kakao Talk ID smartphone chatting app and give it to the waiter to deliver.
I'm not doing
it'll
that.
break
I'm not doing that. If that place is still there, I'm not doing that. It's just too weird. It's way too weird for me.
Yeah. Blue Ketchup. All right. Okay, moving on. All right. Drink these drinks so you can drink all night without a hangover, whatever. Eat doo-doo bread.
This was not, I don't know where this is from or what, but Yeah, no,
It's a fun
that's
bread
pretty
that's
weird.
sold at Insadong. It's just a funny shaped Korean street snack. It's shaped like doo doo.
Yeah.
It's shaped like a dookie. So that's some of the food stuff. All right, some of the touristy stuff. There's some really cool stuff like take pictures with Admiral Yu Sun Shin. Check out the museum underneath the King Sejong statue. Try on a
So,
hanbok. Take a cable car.
I did because of where we were staying. I can say I did go to an old neighborhood in Korea.
Yeah.
I can say I did do that because where we were staying, I did get to hang out in some older Korean neighborhoods and meet some old Korean people. They're pretty nice. They're pretty generally nice. They were fun to hang out with. They will touch you a lot.
Yes.
They will touch you. And they will be like, "You strong? You want to work today?" You're like, "I'm sorry, old lady. What?"
I'm surprised. Did anybody rub your arm really hard? Try to see if it rubbed off.
I didn't get that. I did get a lot of like the old people like, "Oh, you are strong." Like you know, like, "Oh, you're very vibrant." You know, like very like trying to say like very man. You know, like
Yes. Very manly. Take a tour of the DMZ. There's a stay at a house.
I kept like so we kept meaning to go do that. We kept meaning to like go take a tour of the DMZ. I think one day I did my own shit, and she had to go on a thing because they kept making them do things around Korea, and then they ended up going to the DMZ anyway. So she was like, "I don't know if I want to go all the way back there again just for you to go."
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I legitimately don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I will say the other thing that I kind of did but didn't. I did go to Seoul Tower. Where I got this thing because I went to Seoul Tower. It's like a paperweight little cool thing that has pictures of Seoul Tower in it. Did not take a cable car. Walked up that fucking hill.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. We have to go to an amusement park when we go. There's the Han River Banpo Bridge Rainbow Show. We got to see. There's activities. All night movie marathon at Dongdaemun. Stay at a Buddhist temple. Hang out at a dog, cat, and sheep cafes. This is what I was talking about. There's dog cafes. We got to do all three. We got to do at least. You have to do all three of these at some point. The dog cafe, the cat cafe, mostly the cat cafe and the sheep cafe. No, the dog cafe is fun. It's like there
is a thing down here that I wanted to do and did not think about it the whole time I was in Korea, which is attend an esports tournament. I did not attend an esports tournament. I don't know how that slipped by me. I don't know why I didn't do that. I was a bus ride away from Seoul, like that I could have done by myself, and I did not do it.
Yeah. Sleep at a jjimjilbang, put a towel on your head like Princess Leia. I've done the towel thing. I know how to do the towel thing. And then we're gonna have to do that at some point. Go to a bathhouse and have somebody scrub you down really hard, like freaking Conan O'Brien when he went with Stephen Yeun to that spa in Koreatown in LA. Yeah. Bike along the Han River. We definitely got to do that. Kimbap picnic at the Han River Park. Go to a Korean baseball game. I'm going to try to put the feelers. I'm trying to get in touch with a Korean baseball fan, the guy that's like a big Kansas City Royals fan. Who's just a really cool Lee Sung-woo. He's like a really cool dude, and he'd be a really cool dude to go check out a Korean baseball game with. Watch a 4D movie. I don't know if I really care that much.
I did also tell you I did go do the DVD thing, right?
The DVD bong?
Go like watch a DVD at a DVD place.
How sticky was it?
It wasn't sticky, but it did get weird because they turned the lights pretty much off.
Yeah.
And me and my girlfriend are just sitting there like,
yeah, because the DVD bong, I've heard things about what really they do at the DVD bongs.
Yeah, because we were just like, we got there, right? And dude's like, what's up? I used the little. I was a lot better at speaking Korean while I was in Korea. And we kind of worked that out. Pay him, pick a DVD, hand it to him. Shows us the room. We walk in, sit down. There was another couple off in the other corner. Then we sat. Lights pretty much are off, and they put on the DVD, and we're just like, oh. Like, I get it now.
we supposed to bang in here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of really cool shopping stuff as well. Find a sock truck and buy mega cheap glasses, bargain with street vendors, buy couple shirts with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or just
the
friend.
co-host of your podcast.
Exactly. Couple shirts. We're gonna be rocking a couple shirts like a motherfucker. Buy the latest gadgets at Youngstown Electronics Market. Who knows? Pay for a drink with a T-Money card. I want to try that. I want to get, of course, one of the things that I'm definitely going to do is get everything involved with public transportation. So I'm going to get myself a T-Money card. I'm going to try to figure out all of that. That's going to be fun. Make a free phone call using the subway's smartphones for giants. Yes. Basically like a payphone. Dance Gangnam Style. No, fuck that. I'm over Gangnam Style. I don't need to dance Gangnam Style. I'll dance We Are in Gangnam. We Are. Hack some free Wi-Fi. Score tons of free stuff just because you can. And visit You Are Here Cafe, which is run jointly by Eat Your Kimchi and Talk to Me in Korean, which is the 101st thing. And which we're definitely going to do if it's still around. Hopefully it is, because that's a cool place. But yeah, this is a good, useful list. And I hope we can notch all of these things when we go to Korea. If and when
a majority of them, because there's some of them
we probably don't.
Because we're not dancing Gangnam Style.
No, fuck that. Get yelled at while exchanging your money into Korean won. I think we're going to go ahead and take care of that here.
Yeah, because I made two mistakes. One, I needed a couple of bucks, so I exchanged that at the airport. Never exchange at the airport. Just wait.
Or you, if anything,
do the smallest amount you possibly can.
Yeah, if anything, you could always just go to these old ladies. Apparently, they gave the best exchange rates, but they're incredibly mean. But yeah, that's the last headline. The one last thing from Moonrock News I want to bring up, which is a really cool thing that I didn't catch my attention last week, but it's from the 15th. Letter from the editor remembering Sewell and the Sewell Memorial Forest. Just wanted to touch on this little thing. They talked about the fact that they're going to set up a memorial forest. They're kind of crowdfunding it on Tree Planet's website. You can contribute if you have a Korean bank account. Otherwise, you can go ahead and just spread the word. If there's one thing definitely that I want to do, that I hope it's available for us to do in Korea, is to go ahead and visit this forest. It's going to be set up in Jindo, I believe, which is the closest, I think the closest land to where the sinking happened. So it's going to be, they're actually just going to set up a nice forest of ginkgo trees. It's going to be, because the kind of the leaves are nice and bright and yellow, which kind of reminiscent of the yellow ribbons. So this is really cool, and hopefully, it is well funded. I can see they've kind of already gone past their main goals for this crowdfunding process. They're at basically 139 million won raised, which stands to about 130 grand. which is well beyond kind of what they were hoping for, to be able to get all the participants engraved in the monument. They're going to have a nice large forest and a monument built engraved with messages from the families and of the victims and the missing. So this is a really cool thing. I'm looking forward to like this being completed, because it's going to be a nice little place to visit, and to kind of pay tribute and to think about, all the kids that we unfortunately lost that day last year on April 16th. Kind of give a place for healing and a little bit of remembrance. Healing and remembrance, which is always a good thing. Any thoughts, Kaz, about this?
I think it's a cool way of doing this, and doing it kind of through this crowdfunding source. Like we've talked about kind of the ups and downs of crowdsourcing, kind of on our own, and sometimes we've mentioned it on the show because we know a lot of people who now make their livings on crowdfunding and doing things like that. So it's just a kind of a good way, I think, of doing this. And like you said, it just makes for a better remembrance than trying to make some giant memorial or trying to like just do it in some way that just seems silly. You wanted to have a good feeling to it. Because you want it to always more mean happy than sad. So I think as long as we can get that, as long as that's what we're going to get out of this, I'm super cool with it.
So go ahead and check out more info on the updates on that at the link I provided, and for Moonarch News. So thank you, Moonarch News. But that's it. That was another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. We're Kaz.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm like lost. Kaz, what's going on in your neck of the woods? What's going on in your world?
It's kind of a whirlwind time going on right now. A lot of new shows, a lot of new things to have to think about, a lot of new things to have to do. But right now, I mainly want to draw people's focus over to 500px. Check out all the new photos and things like that I'm posting and working on. I got Lightroom sitting open right now, looking at a photo, trying to think of what to do with it. But other than that, listen, subscribe to all the shows, Record Breakers, Fanny Pack, hopefully coming back with a new awesome season, because I need to get back on that show at some point.
Yes.
my record, I love being on as many shows as I possibly can that all of my awesome friends do. Other than that, like I said, man, just at least give all the shows a try. I'm gonna admit we're not gonna always make something that'll speak to you, but at least see what's out there, see what you like, and if you don't, then be like, don't like it. No sir, don't.
No sir, I don't like it. He's King Kaz. I'm Petey Rib. The show is Hallyujuku. Kpoppodcast.com, easy website to share. Revelli.net for this and other shows. That's it. Follow,
like,
share.
Subscribe.
Like, listen, subscribe, follow, share.
Well, didn't I tell you? Don't you know?
Until next time, hasta los huevos.
Straight, doctor. Give it to me straight, doctor. Why, I think you're crazy.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.